So here's the real question. How many zombie games do we really need right now? I mean, zombies can be cool, but it gets to a point where it's just done to death. And Dead Island is one of those prime examples. Okay, if I'm going to talk about this, let's start from the beginning. And I mean before the beginning. The trailer. Because this is what a lot of people saw. The cinematic trailer shows a family on vacation being attacked by zombies, and half of it plays in reverse, which makes it seem like it's going to be a very emotional story with tons of peril and character development. So naturally, a lot of people got really excited. When the game finally came out, yeah, it kinda sucked. Right down to the events from the trailer never occurring in the game. Instead, it's a 1 to 4 player game where you play as one of 4 very painfully bland and generic characters, and do a series of fetch quests, and fight packs of zombies on 3 open world maps. The story is one that's been told before. The main characters are immune to the zombie virus, and the island inhabitants try to find a cure through them, but of course some of them are evil, and it's the same tired old cliche again. The gameplay is alright. I recommend playing with a friend or two because after a while it gets very repetitive. The weapons you get at the beginning are very poor given the situation, and I know it's supposed to give a feeling of desperation like you're struggling to survive, but the weapons break very easily, and it costs a lot of money to repair them. I just found it more effective to just use my fist to go around and punch the living hell out of everything. But that really takes the experience away, because once you knock a zombie down, you can just keep hitting them until they die. But that only works on normal zombies, which are called walkers for whatever reason, like we're on The Walking Dead or something. There are also thug zombies, which knock you to the ground a lot, but I will admit that it's entertaining to break their limbs so they just flail around, but even then they are still tough to defeat. Later in the game, you do acquire guns and better melee weapons. While the guns are useful against the human enemies, they are not as useful against the zombies. Bladed weapons are pretty cool, though, while they last, I mean, and it's always awesome to watch a decapitation. Some skills try to mix up the variety, like there's a fury mode that has to be built up that varies depending on which character you're playing as, and a skill tree, which isn't the most useful, but I have found some good skills to focus on. The locations themselves are pretty well detailed, and some are better looking than others, but there is a point where you have to travel through the sewers a lot to get around during the second third of the game, so unfortunately it quickly feels dull and insufferable, like I'm just playing it with the vain hope that something more interesting will come my way. So yeah, the gameplay is repetitive, but tolerable, especially if you have a friend to play it with, but the characters and story are boring and they have nothing new to offer. I haven't played Dead Island Riptide, but I know it's just more of the same, and they even did the same stupid thing with the trailer. Have a little self-respect, Deep Silver. They also have a sequel coming out soon, so hopefully it'll be more successful, but if not, just toss it to the horde.
Excuse me, sir, are you okay?
Rip your arms off with my bare hand. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Yeah. Smack your mama with it. Who do you voodoo, bitch?